the project that we submitted to the Environment Center started with an idea that we want to be environmentally friendly. We want to be sustainable. That is part of our ethos here at SCP, Soul Community Planet. And we wanted to find a way that we could reduce the waste that we were sending out to the dumpster every day. And the biggest thing that goes out there is food waste. The idea started as we want to compost. How are we going to be able to do it? Every business has waste, but for hotels and restaurants, food waste is a large amount of that. And the impact of composting takes that stuff out of a landfill and uses it for a good cause, which is getting it back into the soil to be reused for vegetables or any other plant life. After a year of doing the composting program with a company called Project Green Bin, we ran into a couple of challenges where they weren't able to continue to deliver our composting materials to a local farm. And then we talked to the farm, and they weren't receiving them anymore either. So we kind of got to a point where we were producing all this great compostable material, but nowhere to deliver it to, and no one to deliver it to them. So we had to kind of pivot really quickly and come up with a way, because we were still inspired and wanted to continue to do this. That wasn't an option not to compost. And we found a nice gentleman out in Sisters that has a all organic farm, and he was excited and wanted all that stuff. The problem became is, how do you get that out there? Fortunately, one of our employees lives out in Sisters, so we just give them a small stipend for gas, and they load up all of our compost twice a week and take it out to the farm. It's worked really well for the last couple months, but part of doing any project is there's a chance things will go wrong. You kind of just have to get your thinking cap on and figure out a way around it. But if you're committed to doing something, you should continue to do it. So the grant money that we received from the Environmental Center was great, because it allowed us to free up some capital to do other good projects. We were going to be doing the whole thing ourselves by buying tillers and different things and getting worms and things to do our own composting on property, which was going to be expensive. But actually, through the partnership, we changed it to where we could work with a third party that the Environmental Center knew, and have them transport it to one of our local farms, which was a much better project. So they were able to reduce the amount of money that we were going to spend overall and put it to be more efficient. So we were excited to get this project going.